For learners to be creative and uninhibited in a movement class, they need to first feel safe. This safety refers to both psychological and physical safety. They need to feel safe with their teacher and peers. This means that they will not be subjected to teasing, mocking, or criticism, and that they will not be physically hurt by others. The games that follow help to break the ice and reduce inhibitions, and to lay down the ground rules that establish safety. Name game. These games are useful at the beginning of a new year or with a new class who don't know one another.
So remember, you say your own name. Teva.
In this game, the teacher first instructs the learners to say their own names as they throw the toy. This way, each person in the circle hears the names of those they do not know. Make sure you repeat this a few times so that they can practice the activity, and instruct them to say their names loud and clear. The next instruction will be to say the name of the person you are throwing the toy to.
Now, when you throw it to someone, you must say their name, okay? And now I want it even louder. So I'm going to say my name, and I'm going to do some kind of movement with my name. And then everybody is going to repeat my name and the movement. Okay? And it must be very different from the movement of the person next to you. Okay, so if they did a jump, try not to do a jump, do something low or something that's a little bit different. Okay, so everybody's looks different. Teba.
Teba.
Aviwe. Tikeleti. Jackie.
Play the game numerous times so that the learners can explore various movement options. You could even advance the game by adding the movements together to make a sentence that everyone performs. By playing control setting games, the learners will develop an understanding of the rules and boundaries of the movement class, but in a fun way. The main objectives of these games are respect for the physical environment and for personal space of others, and how to listen to verbal and visual cues from the teacher. The freeze game can be played with foundation, intermediate and senior phase learners, and it is a great way of breaking the ice. The basic rules are: move when the music plays, freeze when the music stops. Don't bump into anyone else or into any furniture in the room. When the music stops, you freeze absolutely still and listen for the next instruction.
The music's going to play and you're going to walk. I want you to walk nice and fast on the beat of the music, and I want you to use all the space. And when the music stops, you
Freeze.
Okay, so we play the music and I want you to walk. You're going to walk sideways.
Use some of the following variations to enhance movement: direction, levels, or different locomotor movements. Refer to the teacher's guide for more examples.
Okay, you're going to keep walking sideways. I want you to spread out a bit more so you're not too close to each other while you're walking. And when you freeze, can you freeze in an interesting position? Something different. Okay. Walk backwards.
Make sure that the learners explore one option for long enough before giving another instruction. Also, try to vary the length of the intervals of music and silences so that learners cannot predict when to move or freeze and have to pay attention to the teacher.
Next time, you're going to run forwards. Run. Use the space. Go about there. anybody moves, I'm going to make them sit down on the floor. Keep skipping. Stay sitting. You must stay sitting.
This game can also be used to control very noisy and energetic learners. Make the ones who do not freeze and stay still sit down on the spot where they stopped. They must stay down while the others continue with the game. It can become a competition to see who is left standing. Most learners hate being left out, and the desire to win makes them try harder.
All right, we're just going to try a very noisy game. Everybody's going to jump around and make lots of noise. But when I go like this, you must all stop, and you must just go quiet. Okay? And then noise.
Trying to shout above a noisy class is frustrating and sometimes impossible for teachers. This game develops awareness of visual cues from the teacher.
Now you can go all over the room and make a noise, but you've got to keep your eyes on me so that you can see the signal. And
this game also gives the learners an opportunity to get rid of all their restless energy that they may have after coming to the movement class from another class or from break time.
find a spot to stand on.
Educators may need to help the learners to fill the empty spaces in the room and spread out. An easy way to do this is to instruct them to stand with their arms out to the side and turn on the spot to make sure they do not touch anyone else.
Start off with your eyes closed. And I want you to just tickle your face. Tickle your face with your fingertips. Very lightly, tickle, 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 tickle. Tickle your scalp, your head. You can make the fingers a little bit harder, like you're giving yourself a little massage on your head. And now as it goes down your neck, tickle the front and the back of your neck and the top of your shoulders. And now as you get to the shoulders, you can tap. And lightly tap. All the way down the arms, right to the fingers.
The aim of tickle, pat, slap and freeze is again to focus the attention of the learners on their bodies and on cues from the teacher. The tickling, patting and slapping wakes up the skin and muscles and makes them aware of their bodies.
And stop! Now I want you to find a spot to look at, anywhere in the room, and just stare at it. Just keep looking at your spot. Maybe it's a hole in the wall, or a dirty mark on the window, maybe it's a photograph on the wall. Just stare at your spot and stand very, very still. When the drum goes bang, you're going to look at a new spot in the room, but you can only move your head.
The focus and freeze helps them to focus their attention. Vary the length of time between drum beats so that they cannot predict when to move. After giving an instruction, let them repeat that task a few times before giving another instruction.
Now, when the drum bangs, you look at a new spot, but you can actually change the position of your body and look at a different spot in different direction. Keep changing your levels. Now keep looking at your spot. When the drum rolls, you're going to walk towards your spot. Keep looking at your spot. And only when the drum bangs again can you look at a new spot, and then you walk towards it while the drum rolls. When you look at a new spot, it must be sharp, and then walk. If somebody gets in your way, you're not going to walk into them. You're going to walk around them, but keep looking at your spot. Try not to change where your eyes are. Okay, so look at a spot, find something to look at. Okay, we're going to do that again. You're doing it very nicely. But now we're going to do it a lot faster. So you're going to look at your spot, and then you're going to run towards it. And then you're going to look at a new spot when the drum bangs, and you're going to run as fast as you can towards it.